Florida. Yes, sir.
Where did you start at?
At Auburn. Yes,
How's
sir.
the transition been for you from going from Auburn to LSU?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I really enjoyed it. And at Auburn, I really enjoyed my time at Auburn. But like this year, it was the decision to transfer. It was just a personal growth decision, and getting with Coach Johnson and the rest of the staff, really working on my offensive game and really honing that in to impact the ball more is the reason for that.
Coach Johnson and I think Michael Braswell even mentioned this, that some of the things that they're trying to work on with you offensively is kind of what they did with him offensively. So, like, what are some of those specific things that you've been working on?
I can't give away all my secrets just yet, but yeah, really just getting my foot down earlier and seeing the ball. Like my 2 years at Auburn, I would kind of like, and this was really me like my whole life. I just kind of been chop and run. Like I never really known how to hit per se, so like getting my foot down early and just seeing the ball more has been the biggest key for me, and just giving myself more time, because really I have more time than I think.
Is part of it also just activating your lower half a little bit to drive the ball a little bit more?
Yes, sir.
Are you already seeing results? I mean, like I imagine something like that probably takes some time to adjust to. I mean, are you seeing the results in the way you're hitting the ball?
Yeah, no doubt. The results are showing up in BP as well as in the game. But yeah, I started seeing them in the fall. Like my first 2 weeks here was kind of shaky because I was breaking out of some habits that I'd literally been doing my whole life. So, but going home, like over the off season and the break, when I went back home, it was really just hitting, and getting stronger in the weight room as well to really show out this year.
Were you getting some of that instruction while just either just before or while you were on the Cape this summer, because you had a pretty good summer?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Really though, not really. I was just up there gaming and having fun, trying to get accustomed to the wood bat and really just compete in the Cape.
What's that like to work with Jay for the first time? I imagine it's a little bit of information overload with everything that he sees in your swing and approach, and kind of tweaking it. I'm sure he wants to tell you a ton, but he's got to kind of bring you along.
Yeah, no, it's been amazing. And Coach Johnson's a really smart coach, and he brings a lot to the table. Like, I've learned so much in my time here already, and it's only been, 4 or 5 months. So, it hasn't been too much of an overload, and he's not, coming in like changing everything. He's really good at like using the athlete and just kind of adding tools on. So it hasn't been too much at all, but I've really enjoyed it.
Talking to Louise about this, with 2/3 of the team being new, it's kind of an advantage for the guys that are, because there isn't like an established group that you have to fit into. It's like everybody's figuring it out together. Have you seen that? Has it been a benefit?
Yeah, no doubt. It's been awesome, and like this team's really coming together, and like you said, it's a new team, and we're all meshing like 2/3 of it. But like since we've been here in August, it's been great. Like getting to know the new guys, all the new freshmen, as well as the core that's been here, that's kind of built this thing, and the guys who are on the national championship team, like who have been there, and that's the ultimate goal, playing here for LSU. So just kind of like everyone coming together has been awesome.
Coach Johnson mentions there's like 8 guys in the outfield that he thinks he can put in and not really see much of a drop off in performance. Just what's that like for you as a player, knowing that there's probably going to be some rotating in and out early in the season to kind of figure out the right core? How do you kind of
Yes, sir. For me, really, I'm just working on being the best teammate I can, and for me in my game, just that makes me know I have to bring it every day, because I want to be on the field and playing every day. So for me, I'm not really. I wouldn't say like I'm, of course, rooting for my teammates, but I'm not, focused on that part of it. Like, I'm just trying to come out every day and help the team win.
You work mostly in center?
Say it
You work
again.
mostly in center?
Yes, sir.
You put up great numbers at Auburn, then you come here. What are you trying to prove now that you're here?
Yeah, really not prove anything. Just continue to be myself and let, the training and the work that I've put in leading up to this season show.
And I've seen you in left field a little bit too. What's that adjustment been like with the new seating they have there and the bullpen and all that?
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely new, but I played a little bit of left field my freshman year, and we had a wall similar to that at Auburn, so it's not too much of a change.
What do you see out of Derek Curdell? I mean, there's been a lot of offseason hype around him and kind of how fast he's adapted. I mean, just from your perspective? What's he like?
Oh yeah, DC is very talented and he's very fun to be around as well. We joke around all the time, and I've learned from him as well. He's super talented at the plate, probably some of the best hands I've ever seen, like any hitter I've ever seen. So, really just like spending time with him and also, giving him some pointers and kind of we've really grown close as this year's gone on. So I'm excited to see what he does this year.
Swiping bags hasn't been a huge aspect of this offense over the last few years, but given your speed, like how many conversations have you had with Coach Johnson as to, how aggressive you're going to be at first base?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've had some conversations with him, and even, when I was coming here, we talked about that. But, now ultimately it's about winning, and, I want to steal bags and get in scoring position, but it's ultimately, if he gives it to me. So it'll kind of depend on the game situations, I think, but I'm definitely looking to run.
What do you like about Chris Martin's strength conditioning program?
Oh, yeah, Coach Martin's the man. He definitely changed my life coming here, and, that's why I'm really thankful that I did come here because I needed to get stronger, and, it's all really targeted towards baseball workouts, and he does a great job of, really getting to know you and, know your strengths and also your weaknesses so he can help you. So, his workouts have been amazing. I've gained 8 pounds since I've been here, so it's been awesome.
Have you gotten faster, too?
I want to say so.
I know. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I know Florida's a big baseball hub, so I'm not sure if you had any run-ins. But Cruz is from Florida. I think you were a little bit younger maybe when he was coming up from Florida. Did you know about Phil and Cruz a lot growing up? Or
I did, not as much as when he got to the college scene, of course. But I played on Orlando Scorpions way back in the day, and I'm pretty sure he did as well. He was 3 or 4 years older than me, so I didn't play with him. But yeah, I knew him. Yes, sir.
You played in the stadium last year, right, when Auburn?
I did. Yeah, we came here for a series.
What were your impressions, and did you think you'd end up here?
So yeah, really at that point, I didn't know I was transferring. So I loved the stadium though, and the atmosphere was amazing. I was just telling someone earlier that LSU is one of the greatest atmospheres, and when I came here, seeing 10,000 people every single game, and no shade against LSU, but at the time, Auburn and LSU were kind of at the bottom of the standings. That was before they got on their run, and the fans were still showing up, and I'm sitting there oh my gosh, this is second to none, literally. So, when I did enter the portal and Coach Johnson showed interest in me, it was a no-brainer.
Why do you think he reached out to you? What has he said that he likes about your game?
We joke around. I think my freshman year, I got 2 hits off skeins, and ever since then, he's literally loved me. but being real, I think he really loves my tool set, and as well as my leadership, and just kind of the person I am, and so I'm looking to not let him down.
Is there a spot in the outfield you feel most comfortable?
Center field, yes, sir.
How'd you get 2 hits off skins?
I was just ready to hit the fastball. That's really all I can say because he's insane.
Have you talked to him since? He's been around, right?
Yeah, he's been around. I've spoke to him a few times. It's really cool, to see the big league guys here. Cruz has been here as well, and Dugas, so it's been cool. Trey Morgan as well. Nice meeting those guys. And, I competed against them 2 years ago, so I guess coming full circle, that's really cool.
You remind Paul?
Say it again?
Do you remind Paul every time you see him?
No, sir.
Anybody throw you out in the steal yet?
Here, no, sir. Yeah, Cade, though. Actually, Cade did once. Cade Beatty. He has a crazy one.
How are you meshing with the team coming from a school like Auburn, obviously another Tiger school rivals with LSU? How are you meshing with the team, especially because Auburn came in here a couple of days ago, kind of put the boot on LSU basketball? Is there some teasing, some little playful banter going on?
Nah, really, once I came here, I'm all in LSU. I've kind of, I told my parents and even the coaching staff, like I said, I'm thankful for my time at Auburn, but, I'm looking forward now. So, really, the meshing's been great. I'm a part of, a new group as well. So, I've come in, with my head down, ready to work and just doing whatever I can to help the team win.
Who recruited you out of high school? What were your finalists?
It was Auburn, Florida State. Yes.
Y'all played in Biloxi and Lafayette. Did you, when you took the field with the guys, did it feel like you guys were, together and maybe ready to play if it was March or February, whatever it is?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, everything wasn't perfect, and we really don't, it's really up to coach. Like, I don't know the lineup and how all that'll shake out, but just in terms of the team and like morale and wanting to be out there on the field together, it was awesome.
You mentioned entering the portal in part for personal growth reasons. What were some of the things that you just kind of wanted to grow at that you thought you could get at a place like here?
Yeah, I really say the development at the plate, the hitting development.
Thank you.
Good.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Have a good one.